this is Juanita Kapp from Meticulous Moments, guys. It is such a beautiful day here in Texas, in Tyler, and we are just so blessed to be here with my brother and my friend, Shannon, the Cannon Ritch. He's 8-time world champion, MMA champion, and, you know, he's also a friend. And he's a brother and a MMAM member. He's part of Meticulous Martial Arts Mastermind. And we are also working on movie projects together. So we are looking forward to 2024. But if that was not exciting enough, guess what? Shannon is also getting ready for a fight that's lined up on June the 8th in Qatar. And I hope I say that's this the right way. His name is going to be fighting Darrill Schoonover.
That's correct.
Wonderful. Yep. So tell us, how did this happen, Shannon? How did you get this fight set up?
Well, I'm good friends with Quentin Jackson, and Quentin Jackson is going to be the main event for Shannon Briggs. And they've been going back and forth for a couple of years, actually. And they've set it up. They set up this fight in Qatar, Quentin Rampage Jackson versus Shannon the Cannon Briggs. So it's going to be the first time two Shannon the Cannons on the same fight card. It's going to be good. Quentin Jackson called me up and said, hey, I've got this guy named Darrill Schoonover. He was on The Ultimate Fighter, the UFC TV show, and Quentin Jackson was his coach. And they never got along. And he got this opportunity in Qatar, and he said, Shannon, would you like to fight this guy Darrill just to shut him up? I said, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to go over there and fight him. It's a 10-round professional boxing event. So pro boxing, no, it's not MMA, it's boxing. And yeah, I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go. You are definitely going to, I know, do very well in your fight, because I know you've been preparing. So tell us a little bit about what you are doing at the moment to prepare for this fight, because you are a salted fighter. You know, it's not your first rodeo. It's not your first fight. It's not the first time for you in the ring. And you also have most of the fight, the most fights that anyone has ever fought before with regards to MMA. So, guys, I mean, this is not going to be the first time that Shannon is in the ring. He is used to the ring. He's a salted fighter. He is exceptional at what he does. And I would like to know, how are you preparing for this fight, Shannon?
Well, I've been in a fight camp. So far, it's already been 5 weeks. I'm doing 2-a-days, training strength and conditioning in the morning. And then later in the afternoon, I go to the boxing ring. The boxing gym is called Old School Boxing down here in Phoenix. And I do boxing training. Sparring, hitting the bag, hitting the mitts. I'm with a coach. So it's 5 days a week, 2 days rest, and then back at it again. I've got another 8 weeks until the fight. So I figure I'm going to be in very good cardio shape, ready to go. And hopefully I have more cardio than my opponent.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of stamina going to be involved. I mean, it's 10 rounds. And also very important that I found in my, journey of being a fighter is you have to be able to pace yourself and read your opponent, because we can't just go out of the gate and then exhaust ourselves and not have anything left for the last rounds. But again, it all depends on what pace you and your opponent starts fighting at. But I have faith, and I know that you're going to do very, very well. I can hear that you're training very hard. 8 weeks sounds like a lot of time, and it really passes by quickly, but you are being active about training, getting that cardio in. And, as an MMA fighter, you are good at boxing and floor fighting, and going down to the ground. So I know that this is an adventure for you. It's going to be in Qatar. Why was that location chosen?
Well, that location was picked, obviously, by the promoter. I think they have ties with Dubai and Saudi Arabia, and that's just where they're going to put the event on. And we're excited about it, because I think Qatar is going to be the new Las Vegas of combat sports. I think there's going to be a ton of combat sports heading over to the Middle East, getting away from Las Vegas. It just seems like everyone loves it over there. It's beautiful. For one, it's surrounded by ocean and beaches, beautiful beaches in Qatar. So not only is it going to be the fight capital, but also a vacation destination.
I think that's phenomenal, and that's going to draw a lot of people, because they will not just go for the fight; they'll make it a holiday as well. And what better and more beautiful place than to do that? I know there's a lot of fights also happening in Abu Dhabi. I know they used to do that a lot. And it's a new year and kind of a new season for fighting, I guess. I think things are moving along in a lot of new directions, and that's important. Shannon, I know as a fighter, you've also had to reinvent yourself, I'm sure, to keep on growing, to keep on learning new techniques. Now, you tell the audience about your other skills as well, because you're not only 8-time world MMA champion, you do a lot of things with the military as well. So let's hear it about your background.
Yeah, well, I'm former military. I was in the 4th ID with the 4th Infantry Division of the United States Army. As soon as I got out of the Army, I went over to doing private security. I worked for Blackwater doing private security with a security company over in Iraq. Spent some time downrange. And then when I came back, I continued to do private security with celebrities and diplomats and also public figures. I'm right now, I do security for a guy who's running for the United States Senate. Pinal County Sheriff Mark Lamb. I work security for him sometimes, and just different things. I also teach CQB, close quarter combat, pistol training, rifle training. We go out to the range. We do a lot of shooting. I'm connected with a company called Battle Tested. What they do is they make custom AR-15s, a lot of different platforms, 308, 223, 556, 50 cal, a lot of different things. We go out shooting quite a bit. They're located at Cave Creek Guns here in Phoenix, Arizona. So George is a good friend of mine. He's also one of my sponsors. So we go out, we do a lot of shooting. So not only am I an instructor, I shoot, I take people there, but also I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I know you had Carlos Machado on. Carlos is one of my coaches. Been training with Carlos Machado for 30 years. Getting ready to be a 5th degree black belt under Carlos Machado as soon as I go out and see him again. Hopefully that'll be next month. Yeah, so I do, and not only doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but karate. I'm a black belt in traditional karate as well. So I've been doing martial arts since I was 10 years old. So there's a lot of years, a lot of training that I've done. And plus I started, I did wrestling in high school. So not only wrestling, but karate, Muay Thai, kickboxing, trained in Thailand, fought in Burma and Myanmar, doing K1 in Japan, and just having a great time. Been all over the world, been able to fight and see the world and meet a lot of great people.
Yeah, and that's the beauty about martial arts. Shannon, I was talking to Carlos about that as well. And thank you, guys. I want to tell you, it's because of Shannon that I got connected with Carlos. And that I had the opportunity to do that wonderful interview. But, I said to Carlos, and he actually mentioned something in the beginning of our interview. We didn't have a virtual coffee like I normally do before an interview because there wasn't time. Our schedules didn't align. And then I got on with Carlos for like 3 minutes before we started recording. And when we started the interview, Carlos said, Juanita, I've spoken to you for 3 minutes before we started this interview, and I feel like I've known you for years. And I contribute that to the fact that we are martial artists, because I've seen in my life, I'll meet people and we'll just click. We just understand each other. We speak about the same things. We're vibrating at that same energy. And, when the conversation goes along, it turns out they're also martial artists. So definitely beautiful people out there, a lot of public speakers out there as well that come from the martial arts world, a lot of authors out there that come from the martial arts world that are making just amazingly big impact out there, and it's beautiful and refreshing to see, because what we learn from the art, our lifestyle now, is what we give to the community, and that helps us to build society. I believe it's a very, very pivotal aspect of what we do, and I wanted to ask you, we talked a little bit before the session about Mike Tyson's fight that's coming up with Jake Paul. And I wanted to hear your opinion on what you think is going to happen in that fight, or what is your opinion about this match?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say that the Jake Paul brothers, Jake and Logan Paul are amazing kids. These guys really went from nothing to multi-millionaires. They've taken everything they've touched and worked their butt off to make it happen. And I think Jake Paul's doing a great job making boxing relevant again. I mean, people are talking about boxing again, and when it actually seemed like boxing has died. And so what Jake has done is Jake's fighting celebrity type guys. You know, maybe not traditional boxers, but he got the guys from the UFC or mixed martial arts, and now he's fighting Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson literally was the world champion, and when you talk about boxing, everybody knows Mike Tyson. Worldwide, Mike Tyson was literally one of the best boxers of all time. And to even at his age now in the late 50s, Mike Tyson is a dangerous man. And so for Jake Paul to take that on, I gotta give him props. I gotta respect that. I think, it's not going to fare well for Jake Paul. I think Mike Tyson's going to go in there, even with the rules that they have with the big gloves, the headgear. I still think Mike Tyson knocks him out. And I think it's going to be a great fight. You can say what you want about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, and it could be an exhibition. It could be, a circus fight, whatever. It's entertainment. I bet you people are going to watch it no matter what. People will watch the fight. I'm going to watch the fight. I'm interested, one, to see a legend like Mike Tyson step up and fight. But I'm interested in seeing how Jake Paul does against a guy who's a true boxer.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited about that.
Absolutely. And Shannon, I agree with you. Mike Tyson is a legend, right? I mean, he is one of the best that has ever walked into a boxing ring. We have to give him that. He is exceptional at what he does. He's amazing. His footwork, slipping, bobbing and weaving. He is fast. And I had a conversation with someone the other day, and, they were talking about the fact that he's a little bit older. And I said, guys, you have to understand, all of those years of experience do not disappear with age. They still have the power. They still have the speed. They have done this over and over again, that experience. And then my hat off to Jake Paul as well. To step in the ring with Mike Tyson, that takes courage. It takes fortitude. So I believe that Mike is going to knock him out, but I do with you agree that I don't think it's going to take long either. Sorry, Jake Paul.
Yeah, I think it'll be quick.
It's going to be a quick fight, guys. So don't be late for the fight. But Jake Paul, we give you our respect, because not many people get in that ring.
And I want to just say that, to your listeners and people out there, I really didn't know too much about Jake Paul and Logan Paul, but right now there's this really cool documentary that just came out on YouTube. It's a Logan Paul documentary. It's amazing. I mean, if you watch it from the beginning to where the end, this is a kid who grew up loving wrestling. He loved being an entertainer, a jokester, and he turned that into being a lifestyle and how he made a ton of money, and it became the pinnacle. And he put himself out there, and now he is a pro wrestler in the WWE. I mean, the kid was talking about being a WWE wrestler as a child, and now he's headlining WrestleMania. I mean, it's an amazing video. If you guys go out to YouTube, it's the Logan Paul documentary. Just watch it. It may change your mind on how you think about these guys.
Absolutely. It's exceptional what they've done. It's exceptional what they've done, in the place, that they've arrived at, and that they're working out there and inspiring people. I mean, Shannon, through our lives, we have to make it a point to leave a legacy and to inspire. Because I always say God has gifted us with many talents. He's blessed us, and it's it's really up to us to make something of that. So we don't take anything away from Jake Paul or his brother. And we know it's two exceptional people that's going to enter the ring. We think it's going to go a certain way. We believe so, but still, we celebrate the fact that it's two exceptional human beings who have done so much out there, who've shown that anything is possible. I mean, I've seen Mike fight fighters that were much bigger than he is, and also had a big reach advantage, and he just never stops. He's fast and he's determined, and he gets into that ring with the right attitude. He's ready. It's a fight. It's either me or the other guy. That's what I always tell myself when I'm fighting. It's me or the other guy. There's no time to think about anything else. But then Jake, he's also training, right? And I know both of them are trying their best to get into as best shape as they can for this fight. But back to you, Shannon. You are ready for your fight. You know what you're going to do. You're going to dominate like you always do. You're going to take your opponent out. And is there anything that you would like to share with, or shout outs that you want to give to people that have been supporting you on this journey? Because I'm sure as you have passed through the years with fighting, you've met people that have really stuck with you.
Yeah, I just, one goes to my wife. My wife is my right hand. She's, without her, I'm not going to be the guy I am. It's a lot of support. It's a lot of support. And early in my career, I didn't have that support at home, and it just wasn't the same. So now, when you have that strong support at home, yeah, my hat's off to my wife. She's cornered me actually in several 5 world title fights. She knows more about MMA than most fighters. I mean, so yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing to have her by my side. So yeah, if I'm going to give anybody a shout out, it's going to be my wife.
I think that's phenomenal. You know what? I'm glad that you said that, because there's a lot of ladies out there that are good cut ladies. There are ladies that are good corner, support, and good fighters. And I'm so happy to see that we are in a time that we celebrate both the ladies and the men for doing great things out there, for being exceptional fighters and being strong. And we celebrate your wife as well, because she's standing behind you. She's there with you every single day, getting ready. And we are going to pray for you for a fantastic outcome. And we know that you are going to shine like you always do. Do you have any closing statements that you want to leave the audience with? Because we are going to be back after the fight with another interview, guys, to talk about what happened in the actual fight after June the 8th.
Well, you know me. I'm thankful for the opportunity that I have. I'm thankful that I am not only a MMA fighter, I'm a boxer, I'm a jiu-jitsu guy. Now I'm an actor. I get to get on the big screen, become an actor. But what I want to leave it out there with is, it's nice to be important, but most important to be nice. Just be nice to everybody. Yeah. That goes a long way.
Yeah, that's true. Just be nice to everybody. I remember interviewing you a few months ago, and I believe it was in Anderson. I was traveling in Anderson, and you spoke about the fact that one smile that we give someone, or just one polite word, might change the whole trajectory of their day. And guys, that is so important. Yeah, how has that been with you? Because you spread those smiles. How's that? What feedback have you gotten before?
No, it's good, because if you smile and you're happy with you, then you can share that with somebody else. And again, it might be the person on the street, and it might be a homeless guy. It might be, you don't judge. That's one thing. Just don't judge people. Just if you see somebody, share a smile, and that smile may change their day, may change everything. Just let them know that somebody is looking at them and they actually see them.
That's very true. And you said something before we close. You said something just now, and that's going to stick with me. You said, be happy with you and smile and share that with the world. I think we should get to a place where we are happy with us and thankful and grateful for everything that God does for us. And that joy, that inner joy, will just be natural. It will come out naturally, and we can make the world a better place. And that's what you're doing out there with all your instructions, the teachings that you are doing, the training, even this fight, because it's inspiring people, Shannon, and the movies that you do. Now, I want to say to the audience, Shannon is amazing in the movies that he does. He's a great actor. He's a great stuntman as well, fight choreographer. And we are working together on projects. And we want to know if you have any projects out there that you can cast Shannon in, because he is a very good actor. How long have you been doing acting, Shannon?
Man, I started actually acting back when Walker Texas Ranger was going on. So that's going to be 24 years ago, in early 2000. And then I did iCarly, Numbers, CSI Las Vegas, and then now jumped from TV into movies. So yeah, it's been a long 20-year career. And it seems like, the last 3 or 4 years have really picked up. And, a lot of people think that, you become an overnight success. Well, some people do become an overnight success, but it's through a lot of years of work, so you might have a 20-year career overnight success. So you're, that's
the truth. That's the truth. Behind all these things are a lot of work, guys. You can't just expect for it to happen within the blink of an eye. And that's what makes us better. It's the process. And I always tell people, trust the process, because we have to gain that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And I want to thank you, Shannon, for making the time to be here again with the Meticulous Moments audience. We appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you do for us, for your support always, and also blessings and a lot of love to your beautiful wife. And we are cheering for you on June the 8th, and we'll be back after that fight to go through the fight and to talk about, what happened in which round and to celebrate with you.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Bye.
we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.
Bye.